Our other big story tonight, more fallout at JEA. We've learned that the Vice President and Chief Government Affairs Officer, Sherry Hall, has submitted 2 weeks' notice. JEA spokeswoman Gina Kyle is confirming that Hall turned in her resignation notice yesterday after accepting a position with the city of Jacksonville. No other details about Hall's new position have been released. Now, today's announcement about Sherry Hall's departure comes less than 24 hours after we learned that the utility's chief financial officer, Wannemacher, is no longer there. Our On Your Side team is working to clarify whether Wannemacher resigned or was terminated. So far, 4 upper-level managers have left JEA just this month. And as of tonight, ousted CEO Aaron Zahn is still on indefinite paid administrative leave following all the controversy, according to the Times-Union. The utility's board of directors voted unanimously to place Zahn on leave instead of firing him, because taxpayers would have been on the hook for an $842,000 severance package. And with all this JEA news, we're digging deeper into the utility's failed attempt to privatize. We now know the names of the 16 companies involved, including the 9 listed on your screen. JEA says these companies made it into the negotiation phase of the process. Some of the companies allowed JEA to post their proposals to the website, but others, including Next Era Energy, are waiting for approval from their legal teams before the information is released. JEA has released the documents on the website whatsnextjax.com. And of course, you can catch up and follow all of our stories about JEA on the First Coast News app and our website, firstcoastnews.com.